What is up, Why We Disney fam? Welcome back to the Why We Disney podcast. And thank you once again for joining us. And welcome to season 4. The Why We Disney podcast is flipping the page once again. And most of us are flipping the page into the new year. So let's go ahead and jump into today's episode that we hope you guys enjoy.
Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Why We Disney Wednesday. And more importantly, Happy New Year. I don't know about you, but over here we are feeling 2022. I cannot believe it. Kaycee, we're in 2022. What?
I know. I'm going to have to get used to writing 2022 on my papers now. Like it's going to be.
We all know we're going to scratch out the 1 and put 2 for the next 2 months.
At least 2 months. At least 2 months. No sooner.
Anyway, for those maybe new listeners or returning, my name is Kara, and I am joined by my amazing co-host, Kaycee.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Yes, welcome to season 4. I cannot believe we are on the 4th season of the Why We Disney podcast. We obviously could not do it with all of our amazing listeners. And before we get started, we want to remind you all that the Why We Disney podcast is the we. So it is all about you guys and why you Disney and what brings you back to the parks and the memories time and time again. So in our Instagram, email, the comments down below on if you're on YouTube, go ahead and put what you want to hear on the podcast in season 4. But for today's episode, we are going to bring you guys all things 2022. Kaycee, do you want to start us off?
Yes, absolutely. So we have such love for these theme parks, right? We have so much love for Disney World and so much love for Disneyland. And we want to talk about what is coming. What are we getting super excited and pumped about for 2022 in both of the coasts? So let's go ahead and get started. Kara, let's start out with our beloved Disney World, our home park. What's going on in 2022?
Listen, there's 4 parks to keep up with. It's a lot of news. And I just want to say that this is a small list of everything that's coming. You know, Kaycee and I do our research. We try to keep up as much as possible. And we are recording this, I just want to say, on the 20th of December. So if something comes out between now and when we actually publish, we will keep you updated. Okay. So no fret. But I think one of the biggest things coming to Disney World is, I don't know, a whole new universe. The Galactic Star Cruiser is officially debuting March 1st, 2022, which, wow, we're going to have a whole, maybe 1 or 2 episodes about that. Because that's going to be like the biggest news going on in late February, early March.
Yes.
Also coming is the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind ride over in Epcot, summer 2022. Kaycee, can you remind me, what is this ride? Is it a roller coaster?
So yes, it's like I'm trying to think. I've only seen like what we sit in, but I'm pretty sure it spins around like with, I'm trying to compare it to a ride that we have currently. Oh man.
I feel like the mix of a roller coaster / dark ride.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I believe it's indoor and outdoor. I want to say I can ride it virtually because I believe it's somewhere right now, I think.
Okay. Well, everyone stay tuned for that. I know in the summer of 2022, everyone's going to be hopping to get there.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Also, we are going to have another full episode of Magic Band Plus, which is like going to be all these interactive features with our current Magic Bands, but it's going to be like a tech version now, even more techy than it already was. If you guys don't know, Magic Bands like track everything you do, basically. That's the point of a Magic Band, right? So I don't even know what more they could be adding to this.
Oh, I know. I just read some features about it, but I want to do a full episode on the new Magic Band Plus. Like apparently the technology is just going to be even more. I don't know. I'm super excited to see it. And I'm super excited to like get out all the like bugs and ticks with it, things that's not going to work very well, but eventually it will, I'm sure, but I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, as we know, Disney is always before their time when it comes to technology. So it's going to be very cool to see this come to life.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to review it.
And we don't have a real date on the Magic Bands when those are going to debut in Walt Disney World specifically, but we do have a date on Mears Connect. If we all know we're going to have to pay for our transportation to and from the airport, this is going to replace the Magical Express starting January 1st, 2022. So on top of your already very expensive Disney trip, you're now going to have a little bit of an expense traveling to and fro your resort to the airport. So just keep that in mind when you guys are budgeting.
Hey, I want to just do something really quick because obviously the prices have not been released for that yet. So if you could guess, Kara, how much the Mears Connect is going to be to take from MCO to your resort, how much do you think, depending on your party? And when it comes out, when the prices come out, we can see how close we are.
I honestly, I want to say I read an article of someone doing this exact thing.
Okay.
Maybe they were doing that. And I want to say it was like $10 to $12 one way, but for one person.
Yes.
And
so
then
if you had a family of 4.
Yeah. But I think that also depends on the time of year, just like just the Disney Genie Plus, whatever it is, just like the time of year you go and the supply and demand, it's going to be more or less.
Yeah.
My guess is 10 to 12 one way.
Okay, 10 to 12 one way. I was thinking $20 per person both ways. So we're pretty close.
Okay.
I think. We'll see when those prices come out how close we are. But I wanted to go ahead and guess now. And then we'll see when it comes out. But
we could be high or low. Who knows?
We'll see.
But once you actually get to the parks, if you want to experience something new, something for those, novice Disney goers, you can do a behind the scenes tour. They are finally coming back in Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom come February 6th, 2020. This was actually like on your list of things to do, Kaycee, right? Yeah. So we're going to have to talk about that. Sure. What else do we have? Magic Kingdom wise, the ever famous Festival of Fantasy Parade is coming back early 2022. I hate when they do this.
I hate it. So like early January 1st or like March 2nd, like what? Just give me a date. Come on.
There's no actual date. I know we're going to like book a trip as soon as they announce it.
Oh, absolutely. Like no hesitation, booked.
Yes. Also in Animal Kingdom, so you guys know, Finding Nemo, the musical, is going to be reimagined, The Big Blue and Beyond, apparently, and it's still going to have some of our favorites. The Big Blue World is still going to be in there. And this was always, I'm still shocked that it's not there yet.
Right.
I don't know. They brought back Beauty and the Beast, Indiana Jones, but like, come on. And where's Fantasmic? I know it's
Where is Fantasmic? Seriously.
I know it's
I'm going to get a t-shirt made that says, where is Fantasmic? What are we doing?
Now, Kaycee, I do want to mention that you have this on our script here, and I want to tell the listeners just because I didn't know. There is the Epcot Moana Journey of Water coming, and I didn't know this. I had no idea this was a thing. So it's a brand new walkthrough attraction where guests can interact with water in a new, unusual way.
Yeah, I mean, what you just read is all that I know and all that I read, but it's going to be in Epcot. So a walkthrough attraction. I don't have really many thoughts on it. Exactly what you read is all that I know for now. And there was no release date. It just said 2022.
Okay. And before we get to
the air on that one, I
don't know. But before we get to our last thing here, I do want to add one mentioned weeks ago, dining plans returning. There was talk about the dining plans coming back 2022, but we have heard nothing about it.
Wow. I completely forgot. You're right. They did say 2022, didn't they?
And I feel like they said early 2022 because I do have a trip booked for April and I'm like patiently waiting for that to come back. I love the dining plan. I'm pro dining plan. I've done the math and it just works for me. So, and I just love the convenience of it. But again, there's no date. Yeah.
Again, when that comes out, we'll have to update you guys because we're not sure on that one.
Of course. And then the last thing we have, guys, is the ever famous, very anticipated Tron coaster coming in 2022 ? Did they officially say 2022?
They officially said 2022, but from my eyes, when I ride the People Mover, it is like almost done. Like, how do you not have a release date for me yet, Disney? What is going on?
I feel like maybe, man, it's going to have to come after the summer. That just makes sense. There's no way you're going to say Guardians of the Galaxy summer and then not say that one.
Question mark.
Yeah, food for thought for our listeners. And again, that is not everything. There's so many more things. The Epcot festivals, some other things coming in Magic Kingdom, but that is just an overall walkthrough of what to expect in Walt Disney World of 2022.
Yeah, for sure. If you have a book coming up, a trip booked in 2022, it's just nice to know the things that you may or may not be able to see that will be like brand spanking new in Disney World. So, but we don't just talk about Disney World on the podcast, right, Kara?
No.
We talk about Disneyland too. So, okay, let's talk about some fun stuff that's going over to our West Coast friends. I had actually a lot of fun doing research on this, but it truly just makes me want to go to Disneyland even more.
Yes.
It stinks. I just need to get in a car and go. I just need to text my friends, get in a car and go.
Yep.
Imagine if I did that. Oh my God. Okay, so Disneyland after hours events are coming back. So you have Sweethearts Night, Villains Night, which is all up Kara's alley, Star Wars Night, and even more. And I just want to say, so the tickets for the Sweetheart Night have already went on sale. I believe they started going on sale December 9th. But the rest of these, so Villains Night and Star Wars Night and the rest of them, you can start buying your tickets on January 11th. So mark your calendars. I'm sure that those after hours events sell out really quick. But I don't know if the Sweethearts Night is already sold out. That probably would have been good to look into, but I didn't do that.
Sorry.
Obviously, it's Valentine's Day themed. I'm sure it's sold out. That would be so fun.
Of course.
Next up, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is one of my all-time favorites in our Hollywood studios. That is coming to Disneyland in 2022 in Mickey's Toontown in the Disneyland Park. You guys will love that ride if you're on the West Coast and haven't got to experience that yet. It's very, very cute. Wouldn't you say, Kara?
Well, yeah, and definitely get over there and ride it right away because they are reimagining Mickey's Toontown for 2023.
Yes. And speaking of Mickey's Toontown, you're right. They are kind of revamping that area. It's said to close down in March of 2022. And Kara, you put this in the script. So you can actually book a party at Mickey's house for up to 10 people for $350. I wonder if that's for the entire day or if it's for an hour.
It's, I feel like, I want to say it's for 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
For up to 10 people, and you can split the cost, obviously. And
Yeah.
I know it's not running too long, so it's only like a 2 or 3 month special offer, but I was like, how cool is that?
Yeah, interesting. That should be fun. And next up, we also have the 2 nighttime spectaculars that are coming back. These are returning. I don't believe they're brand new, but World of Color and then Fantasmic will be returning in 2022 in Disneyland. How fun. And we can't forget to mention, I think it's so shocking that Disneyland has not been doing magic bands this whole time.
Nope.
It's shocking. So not only is Disneyland getting magic bands in 2022, they will also be in with Disney World on the Magic Band Plus. So it's going to be that high-tech experience. Going to be super fun for our West Coast friends. They're going to love that, I'm sure. And last but certainly not least, guys, we have Downtown Disney is getting a little bit of an upgrade as well in 2022. So they plan on redesigning Downtown Disney to include even more shopping, dining, and entertainment options. Sounding a little bit like Disney Springs, but very cool. And obviously some more dining and entertainment options. You can't ever go wrong with that.
Yeah, and Kaycee, there is one more thing I wanted to add. I forgot to put it on the script, but I feel like now is a good time to say it for our listeners. One other thing that's coming to Disneyland in 2022 is me. I officially have a trip booked for Disneyland in 2022. Just so our listeners know, Kaycee is getting a raw reaction right now. She did not know this.
No.
I thought this would be a perfect time for me to tell her that I have a trip booked. Yes. Okay.
When?
So at the current moment that we are recording, my mother still does not know, but I am gifting her a trip to Disneyland for Christmas. So very, very select people know right now at the time of recording, but obviously when this comes out, it will all be, I'll have announced it on my Instagram page and everything. Yes. So for all the listeners, come over to my Instagram and check that out because I have a billion questions, but I will be going February 5th through 9th.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Kara,
me, my mom, and Brandon. Brandon, my best friend, Brandon is going. Yep.
But Brandon knows he's going.
Yeah, Brandon knows.
Okay, so we can't surprise Brandon, but your mom is going to be so, oh my God. You have to record her reaction. She's going to freak.
Absolutely. I'm very excited. When we were talking about this the whole time, I was like, when is it going to be the perfect time for me to tell Kaycee? So yes, I'm very excited for all of this stuff coming to Disneyland in 2022. And I cannot wait to share that experience with you guys. I'm going to be hosted at one of the amazing hotels out there in Anaheim and just going to have such an amazing experience. And so, yep, I'll be there in 2022 too.
Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to hear about this trip. That's going to be the highlight of my year. Your Disneyland trip.
I also already have a reservation for Lamplight Lounge, which I'm super excited about. All our West Coast friends tell us about that. And I've just been getting some details here and here. Thank you so much to Miranda over at Magical Life of Miranda and Ashley at Darling of Disney. They've been my secret helpers during this time and process. So just wanted to tell the listeners what's up.
Oh my gosh. And by the time, I was hoping that you weren't telling like early because I know that your mom is a very loyal listener of the Why We Disney podcast.
Yes. So even when we were talking last week, because I had this booked last week, but I wasn't telling people yet.
Yes.
We were doing all that. I was like, yeah, Disneyland.
That is amazing. Oh, I'm so happy for you guys. That's going to be so much fun. Oh, Disneyland.
I know.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Kara, what?
No, I was just going to say there's so much to talk about.
Oh, there's so much to talk about. And I might even talk to you for a second on this ad break. But guys, we are going to take a quick break. Stick with us. We will be right back. We have some more into the very first episode of season 4. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, everyone, and welcome back. So what a great first episode. We talked about all the things coming in 2022. I mean, other than me going to Disneyland, I'm literally just excited for everything coming everywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
If you are a loyal listener back from season 2, we've started our Why We Disney bucket lists. And, life is too short. So, we always got to be trying something new, exploring new things. I feel like that's what Disney's all about. Just keep moving forward, exploring and all that stuff. So what did we do from our 2021 bucket list? I'll start if you don't mind.
No.
I did everything. I checked everything off the list. I'm very proud of myself. I ate breakfast at Topolino actually twice in 2021. I visited the Grand Floridian, didn't stay there, just physically saw it. I did the Tree of Life trail at Animal Kingdom. I reached 7,000 on my personal Instagram. And I went to Disney twice in 1 year. So I'm very happy with all my things, very measurable goals, just great experiences all around.
Yeah. And you truly had such a great year, 2 really great trips and a long trip too. You were there for a week.
Yes. That's how the Joneses do it.
Yes. Well, and it's so funny because it's so opposite the way that I do Disney. I do Disney for 2-3 days, a handful of days at a time. I can't imagine what a full week in Disney. I still don't know to this day. I won't know until March what a week is like at Disney, but that's really good. I'm glad you got so much done, girl. You checking off all the boxes. Truly though, Kara, if we're not careful, we go to Disney and we get complacent with the things that we love and we just keep going to those restaurants and we keep doing those things. But if you make a bucket list and you set goals man, I'd really like to do this, you're so much more likely to try and venture out and do other things,
And I just want to say, like, some of the bucket list is like, yes, go on a Tree of Life trail, but that's like exploring like the animals at Animal Kingdom. And sometimes if you're trying a new restaurant, you're literally trying a new cuisine. Like you are becoming a more vast person. You're learning about different cultures and different things. So it's nice to have a bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I did not do so well. I'm not very good goal setter. And I'm also super complacent when I go to Disney because I know what I like and I do what I like. Okay, so I did get two things out of the way. One, I'm really excited about, and I did my first pass holder preview, which we opened up, with Remy's. It was the very first pass holder preview that I was able to do as a pass holder. And it was just so fun. They truly, it was very exclusive, and we got to ride Remy's like 4 or 5 times in a row, back to back. And just the whole area was closed off for us. It was very, very cool, and an experience that I can't wait to try again. If I didn't already do a pass holder preview, it would be on my bucket list for this coming year to do it again. But I've done it, and I'm setting new goals, and hopefully it'll go well. But I did do my pass holder preview, and it was great. And then one of the other bucket list items that I had was to stay at the Riviera Resort, the brand new resort that opened in Disney World, and I loved it. That resort exceeded my expectations and more. It was so amazing. So those were the two I checked off.
I remember you on that trip because you would go like on Instagram Live or like in the balcony.
On the balcony, yes.
Yeah, I remember, and I was always so jealous. Like, of course, Kaycee's staying at the Riviera, but I was just so happy for you because we all love that resort, and it's just great.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And even if we just stayed one night, but that one night it was everything. It was so great. But so listen, guys, get your bucket list out right now, because guess what we're doing? We're going to make brand new bucket list items for this year in 2022. We have even more to look forward to. All right, Kara, you want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah.
I tried to pick far and wide here. There's so many more. I have so many honorable mentions, man. Even at Tony Town Square, a lot of them include restaurants.
Yes.
But, okay, so my first one does include a restaurant. It's Eating at Space 220 in Epcot. First of all, I'm a resident Epcot girl, and I freaking love space. I love the stars and the planets and stuff. So I feel like it's perfect for me.
It is.
The second one I have is Visit Disneyland, which is going to happen minus any craziness with the COVID. So everyone cross your fingers for your girl. Number 3 is to watch both Enchantment and Harmonious, and I would love to do a reactions episode to it. Me and Kaycee just giving our real and honest opinions.
Opinion on it. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Those fireworks, yeah. My fourth one is to reach 10,000 on Instagram, which is just a crazy goal to think about. And I just love the community, and I love sharing my experiences with everyone. So I just want to share it with more people. I don't want followers for the number. I just want people to see what's going on. And then my last one is to stay at 3 different resorts with my new DVC points. DVC was, I remember crazy, January 2021, knew nothing about DVC. And now I'm a DVC owner, which is absolutely crazy. I will say that I have a split stay in April coming up, Saratoga and Animal Kingdom, Donnie Lodge or whatever it is.
Donnie, yes.
So I will be staying at 2. So it's just that third one. I guess I'll have to go again in the fall and stay at a new place.
You'll just have to. Oh my gosh. That's so good. And guys, as you're listening to our bucket list, think about really what you want to do. And I feel like a lot of times it's hard to set goals because you're like, man, I actually have to put those goals into motion. I have to spend the extra money, or I have to book another trip. But they're really fun to do, and you will not regret it. Anything you put on these bucket list items, even if it's something crazy, you will not regret any decision that you make. I promise, right?
Absolutely. And if these past 2.5 years have taught you nothing, please realize that we don't know how much time we have. And so don't let anyone influence, you getting a $200 Disney bag. If you want to do it, do it. If you want to become an annual pass holder or a DVC member, do it. Like, these bucket list items are for us to create memories and experiences. So just do it.
Yeah. I think it's crazy that you didn't have joining DVC on your bucket list, but yet it was such a huge milestone for you. That's a huge thing. It's huge.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm up next. Let's talk about my 5 bucket list items. And I cannot wait to see your bucket list items that you guys put up. I'm sure that we'll do something on our Instagram and you can tell us what your bucket list items are. But the very first one I have, and this one is actually going to be happening really soon, which is the Keys to the Kingdom tour. Kara mentioned in the first segment that they are opening up those tours in Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom on February. What'd you say, Kara? February 9th?
February 4th, February 9th, one of those.
In February, which is so close. So the second that those tickets drop, my friend Brooke and I are booking a trip immediately, and we're heading to Disney World to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour. And if you don't know, that's when you travel, you take a tour underneath the Main Street USA, and you do like a tour through the tunnels, which is going to be so cool. I've only ever seen videos and pictures of them. I'm going to see them in person. And apparently, like, you can't take pictures down there. Like, it's very exclusive. Yeah, it's crazy. So the second one on my bucket list is to meet Mickey and the princesses. Unfortunately, last time I was in Disney, which was last week, the lines were like crazy. It was like 75 minutes to meet Mickey and like 110 minutes to meet, like, it was crazy. Well, and it's Christmas too.
Yeah.
So the crowds are going to be even more.
Meet and greets are finally coming back. So like,
right.
I want to do it again.
Yes, let's celebrate that meet and greets are coming back. So that's the second item on my bucket list, is to meet Mickey and the princesses. The number 3 that I have is Disney with the team. I really want to go to Disney with all of us. And we just have such a great group of podcast girls that work on this team. And I just would love nothing more than to experience Disney World with them. So I think this could happen in the summer.
Absolutely.
We're going to do it. Okay. And my number 4 is going to be go to Disneyland. Kara and I talk about it all the time. We are dying to go. Kara has a trip booked, and I've got to get on it. Now that I've heard that Kara has a trip booked, I've got to get on it.
It's your time. So yeah, you can go ahead and book a trip to Disney World. And obviously, like, that's where I want to go. But something told me, I was like, just do it. Just do it, Kara. Just book the trip. Stop being afraid. Stop waiting for things. And like, you know what? So I just go for it, girl.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening. Oh, we're doing it. That's my number 4. And then my number 5 is to stay at the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian. And I do want to say that I've actually found some really good deals renting DVC points from both of those resorts. So I could probably stay there realistically for 2 or 3 nights for a reasonable price, or something that I would be willing to pay. So obviously these are dream resorts. The Riviera, you know, Kara and I talk about really like high pricey resorts all the time, but you can rent DVC points and you would be able to stay at these really fancy resorts. So if you're considering that, look into it. It is cheaper, I think, in my opinion. But those are my 5 bucket list items for 2022. Here we come.
I'm so excited. Guys, 2022 is going to be great. We're just going to make it great regardless of what it turns out to be.
Yes.
Thank you so much to everyone for joining us on the very first episode of season 4, our very first episode of 2022.
You've got to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You have to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our new YouTube channel, our newsletter. What else am I missing?
If you want exclusive access and behind the scenes to everything that we do, and like some extra trailers to my Disneyland trip and some stuff that Kaycee is going to do, join our Patreon, be a part of the community, and just join in all the magic.
Absolutely. And we cannot wait to see your bucket list items. So go ahead, get your bucket list out, get it ready, and make sure to post and tag us, and we will share them. We love hearing from you guys. We love interacting with you on social media. So please keep doing that.
Yes. Until next time, have an absolutely magical Wednesday. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.